As the valley continues to grow, Metro Police is looking for new recruits who want to serve the community.
Fox 5's Carla Salinas got an inside look into the training that is going on, becoming one of those officers. Carla, what was it like?
Well, what I saw were both men and women pushing themselves to their absolute limit. The Metro Police Academy is where hard lessons and drills turn into instincts.
Right, face!
For the very first time, cameras were invited inside the Las Vegas Metro Police Academy as a part of their recruitment initiative. This is a place where recruits spend 6 months training before they serve the Las Vegas community. Each recruit comes in with a different dream and a different story, but by the end, they'll leave with the same foundation. Inside these walls, they all train to the same standard.
Yes, sir!
It is important to see how the officers you see in your community are trained, everything they have to do.
For Officer Anya Highsmith, this academy is where her own dream began.
When I came to this country, I realized that a woman could be an officer.
Officer Highsmith immigrated to the U.S. from El Salvador and taught a CCSD school for 5 years, until at 30 years old, she decided she wanted to make a change and live out the dream she carried since childhood.
One of my heroes when I was growing up was my grandfather, who was a police officer. I always wanted to be like him, and when I came to this country, I said to myself, what an honor it would be to be like my grandfather.
She was a mother, an immigrant, a woman in a field still dominated by men, and though she started later than most, she refused to let any obstacle stand in the way.
My son was 2 years old, and I said to myself, I can do this. It's a dangerous career and a big change to my schedule, but I said to myself, no, I have a dream, and I have to try because it was what was in my heart.
Get back up there, face me. Yes, sir!
Now as the next generation of recruits faces their exam, a grueling test of the body and mind, they follow the same path she once endured, the same rite of passage every LVMPD officer must conquer.
They are going to use those skills to help the community, to fight crime, and that fills a person with more pride than one can have.
Our cameras captured just one day inside the academy, a mere glimpse of a process that takes months to complete. We saw exhaustion, sweat, tears, and limits pushed. But when I asked several Metro officers if they would do it again, every single one had the same answer.
Yes, and it's never too late. It's never too late.
And Metro says that they're looking for new recruits for the Spring Police Academy. I'll send it back over to you guys.
Yeah, Carla, what stood out to you the most watching these recruits go through this kind of intensity up close?
Well, Joe, I would say just watching these recruits get pepper sprayed in the face and then having to power through, open their eyes and recite a license plate number out loud, no time to hesitate. It was extremely impressive, to say the least.
Recruits will spend 105 days training before they serve the Las Vegas community. It's all part of the department's recruitment efforts. And also as part of their recruitment initiative, Las Vegas Metro Police invited Fox 5 to their academy.
Fox 5's Carla Salinas got to participate as a recruit. And Carla, what was it like?
Well, it was extremely difficult, but very, very cool to see these regular civilians turn into police officer. And it all starts right here, bright and early each day.
6 a.m. before the sun comes up, recruits are already standing in formation at the Metro Police Academy. Officers' flashlights cut through the dark, and that's when the orders start, forcing every instinct to switch on. Push-ups, squats, drills over and over until motion replaces hesitation. It's how they start rewriting the body.
Everything that is done here at the academy, how they walk through the halls, how they learn to use their tools they have on their belts, all of that is on purpose.
Every command is muscle memory in the making, a system built so deep that when chaos hits, the body knows what to do before the mind catches up.
So that they can build up this muscle memory, so that when they are patrolling the streets, everything comes naturally.
The idea is when adrenaline floods the body and the thinking brain starts to fade, what's left is instinct. That's why every move here is drilled hundreds of times.
If you're using a taser, you don't have time to be thinking, oh, how do I use it? Which button do I have to press?
Then comes the real test. A bar fight scenario. The noise and confusion is chaos by design. The baton, the OC spray, the taser, all muscle memory now. Hours later, the body is spent, but the training isn't done. They line up again, shouting 400 codes in unison. One wrong answer and everyone pays. Unity under pressure. It's all a part of the rewiring.
We have to teach them that even though their body tells them no, their mind keeps saying yes, and that they should tell themselves, I'm not exhausted. I have to keep fighting this battle. I'm not going to give up.
When adrenaline takes over and thought disappears, what's left is this. Hours of repetition, a body that moves on command, and a mindset that refuses to stop. That's what's built in this academy, day after day, until muscle memory becomes second nature, and second nature saves lives.
The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department is always looking for people who have a certain mindset, who come with heart, who come with a way of thinking that says, I want to serve my community and have this valor.
Now, as you can see, I definitely pushed myself to the limit, but the silver lining is that if I can do it, so can you. And Metro Police tells me that they're always looking for new recruits.
Well, it's an opportunity to give people a look at how police talk to each other and in the community. It's Metro's Hispanic Citizens Police Academy. And only on Fox 5, Carlos Salinas shows us how one recent class turned the spotlight on the importance of transparency.
Inside the Metro headquarters, the latest class of the Hispanic Citizens Academy gathered for a lesson on communication. Every week, over 40 participants from all walks of life take time off from their busy schedules for a chance to connect and learn about what police officers do for their community. Fox 5 was exclusively invited to participate in Wednesday night's class focused on how officers and the media work together to keep Las Vegas informed.
It is so important for us to have a positive relationship with the news because it is our job to provide information. If we don't do it, who will?
Participants were asked to step up to the podium and hold their own mock press conferences and even answer questions from me as a part of their hands-on lesson led by the department's very own public information officer, Luis Vidal.
It's important for us to be available to clarify information and to always have a voice, specifically for the Hispanic community, so that there's no information that confuses you so that you understand what is happening.
This 12-week evening program offers a closer look at how Metro operates through interactive classes and gives participants a chance to get to know law enforcement while breaking down cultural and language barriers.
In some other native countries, perhaps some of those relationships and trust levels are not there where they come from. And it's important for us to recognize that and know that so that we can build that trust and we can foster those relationships.
Through lessons like this, the department hopes participants carry what they learned right back to their neighborhood.
Because I can relate with a lot of these folks that come for the first time to one of our classes within the academy. They're a little timid, perhaps a little scared, right? But once we get to know the officers, the phenomenal officers that teach these courses and presenters, that fear dissipates. And that trust starts to build in it.
Well, the last time we showed you Metro recruits, it was inside the academy walls where they were training and learning every move that they would one day use out on the streets. Well, now that training is paying off as a new class is ready to graduate and join the Metro Police Force. After 6 months of early mornings, training, and sacrifice, Metro recruits celebrated a moment that was not easy to come by. 43 new recruits walked the graduation stage Tuesday, officially joining the department. They come from all walks of life and share one dream. Among the 43, a former barber, bartender, and massage therapist, all now proudly sharing the same title, Metro Police Officer.
From bloody noses to tears to sweat, it was a journey.
One of the graduates, Jordan Fisher, tells us it was his sons that kept him going.
I get emotional because I did this for them 100%, and they can see their father in a different environment, in a different platform.
Each graduate has a story behind the badge, including recruit Giselle Peña, whose dream began when she was just 8 years old, when a call for help introduced her to 2 officers who made a lasting impression and inspired her to one day wear the same uniform.
I remember very well how they looked and everything. I said to myself one day, if I can become a police officer, I would like to make someone feel the way they made me feel.
15 years later, as she walked across the stage, those same 2 officers who once answered her call were there to surprise her. A full circle moment that left her family in tears.
I can't contain the excitement I feel for her, and it's such a beautiful thing to have a warrior in the house.
From the Academy hallways to their graduation today, Metro's newest officers say that this is a full circle moment. They're ready to join the force.
We've seen everything from physical and mental training at the Academy to graduation and then field training. Fox 5's Carla Salinas is here with us right now. Carla, you guys got to finish the training. These guys are now on the beat.
Absolutely, Tom. Now, once a recruit graduates and officially joins the department, the training doesn't stop. Now, we got to ride along with one of Metro's field training officers who showed us what it was like when the classroom walls disappear and the real challenge begins.
Again.
After months in the classroom, these streets are where it all starts to count. New Las Vegas Metro police officers graduate the academy, then report here to patrol and learn about what the job looks like outside of a controlled environment.
They learn in the academy echoes what they face out here in the street. So that is the baseline, that is the foundation.
Now Fox 5 is pulling back the veil on Metro's Northeast Area Command. Our day at the station starts like every one of theirs. In a briefing, supervisors talk crime trends and priorities for the shift. From there, it's hours of calls, some urgent, some routine. In the driver's seat, Metro Field Training Officer Ashley Fessler. She tells us for new officers, every stop is a chance to turn academy lessons into muscle memory.
We're here to enforce the law, and that's exactly what we just did.
Midway into our ride-along, a driver blows through a red light and Fessler decides to pull him over. But when she runs the plate, the stop turns to something more.
It was revealed that there was 2 outstanding warrants for the driver. So that's a major intersection. It's filled with vehicles and it's filled with pedestrians. It's filled with families walking across the street. So when somebody's running a red light, the potential for him striking a pedestrian or another vehicle is extremely high.
The man is cuffed and taken to jail. For Fessler, it's a prime example she shares with new officers. A decision to act on one traffic violation can expose a bigger problem. Later in the shift, Officer Fessler spots a car speeding and revving its engine.
I explained the reason for the stop. They denied it. Unfortunately, they were still cited for the infraction.
Now we're taking you into the Mock City where officers practice for the worst days Las Vegas could face.
This may look like a casino, but we're actually inside Metro's Jetty building. Now, this is where officers come in and train for real-life scenarios in extremely real circumstances, and they make those split-second decisions.
When an officer-involved shooting makes headlines, we usually see just a few seconds of body camera. That final moment when an officer decided whether to pull the trigger. What we rarely get to see is everything that happens before that second.
It's a replicated apartment building with a 2-story structure.
Tucked away in the desert is an entire city built just for training. Metro's Joint Emergency Training Institute, a new state-of-the-art 110-square-foot facility built to change what happens when officers show up at your door.
We're giving that stress-inoculated training to our officers, so again, they are stressed here, so they'll be able to better react out on the street.
Inside, there's a motel, a gas station, a trailer park, a middle school, and even a casino. Officers replay the worst things that could happen here before they happen in real life, with lives on the line.
That's the reality that officers face every day. So when they come through here, they feel more confident, more prepared, and more capable to serve and protect this community.
Part of training involves going over what officers first learn in the academy, use of force law, policy, and de-escalation.
But at some point, we may have to use force in order to get somebody to comply with us.
Then class moves over to the mats where officers practice takedowns, even when being met with resistance.
Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep it. You don't have to come on top of me, but there you go.
In a role-played domestic call, as tensions run high and the volume increases, officers are expected to remember policy, tactics, and the lessons learned on the mat.
Get him off, get him off, get him off! Because it's stress. Should I, oh man, should I grab, should I yell?
The goal, Metro says, is to save lives, and sometimes that involves rendering aid using tools to stop bleeding. Just this year, Metro has used 226 tourniquets on the field. That's 226 lives saved.
I want to get that band all the way around as further as possible.
Then training turns into practicing for the worst case scenarios. Active shooter drills in a mock middle school where officers have to run toward the sound of gunfire and keep going until the threat is stopped. In real life, a bad decision takes a second. And here, officers spend days and an entire career trying to get that second right.
We respond to calls on people on their worst day. So when they see us, I want us to be that hope.
And Metro police officers will come back yearly for this training to ensure they have all of the tools they need to patrol our streets. Reporting from Northeast Las Vegas, Carla Salinas, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
Metro Police always looking for new recruits. You must be 21 years or older, have a driver's license, and be able to pass a background check.